lying down, Shavasana. Feet mat width apart, toes dropping out to the side. Arms a little away from your upper body, with the palms facing up. Shoulders away from the ears. Back of the neck long. Eyes gently closed. And let your body sink into the ground. Breathing in positive, rejuvenating energy. Breathing out any tension. Letting your body sink deeper and deeper into the ground. And then gently bring your feet together. Take your hands above your head and stretch. And relax. Rolling over your right side to come up into a seated position. We'll find a good sitting position. So take your cushions, very important. Okay, we start the class. Chanting Om 3 times. Om. 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 Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And just become aware of your sitting posture. Become aware of your breathing. And see if you can follow the pathway of your breath, starting at your nostrils. And every inhalation, follow the air as it travels down your throat into the lungs and expands in your body. And try to become aware of which nostril is more open. Can you detect the difference? And can you observe every detail of your breath without changing it, without regulating it. And then gently open your eyes. And we're going to do Kapalabhati today. Who is familiar with Kapalabhati? So I'll give you a quick explanation and we give it a try. Kapalabhati is also a breathing exercise, and opposite or in contrary to Anulom Vilom, which calms down our nervous system, Kapalabhati actually excites our nervous system. Yeah, so it's a warming up exercise. It will make you feel more warm from inside. It's also a cleansing, so it helps to expel all the air from the bottom of the lungs. But it's a bit heavy. It will raise your heartbeat and it will raise your body temperature. And we always do it before we do a calming exercise, which will be Anulom Vilom. What we do in Kapalabhati is we forcefully exhale through the nose, and we do that by pulling the belly in and breathing out through the nose. And then we just release the belly, and because we release it, you can say air gets sucked in automatically. And this is an important part of Kapalabhati, that we do not breathe in forcefully. Inhalation is passive. If you start to do both inhalation and exhalation forcefully, you actually get Bastrika, which is a more advanced practice. Yeah, so we don't want to do that. We want to do Kapalabhati. So it is like, it's not. Yes. So we just release the belly, and then air comes in. Yeah. Try to keep the movement only in the belly. In the beginning, what can help is to keep your hands on your belly button, and I will count 1, 2, 1, 2, and on 1 you breathe out and you pull your hands in, and on 2 you release. That's it. Yes? So we'll do 2 rounds. Give it a try. If this is counterindicated for pregnant ladies, but also for people with high blood pressure, people with cardiac issues, and also if you have any abdominal issues such as ulcers or diarrhea, don't do it. Yes? And if you start to feel dizzy, you can stop anytime. If you're prone to panic attacks, you might also want to avoid it. Yeah? Okay, so let's give it a try. So keep your hands on the belly. You can close your eyes if you like. And remember, breathing in and out is only happening through the nose. Take an easy breath in. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Take an easy breath in. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Belly, chest, throat, full yogic breath. And breathe out. Belly, chest, throat. Take an easy breath into the belly and hold the breath for 20 seconds. breathe out. Okay. Second and last round. Take an easy breath in. We go a little faster. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Easy breath in. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in, belly, chest, throat, and breathe out, belly, chest, throat. Take an easy breath in, and we hold the breath for 25 seconds. Try to hold your breath with ease. Do not force it. And breathe out. Take a few easy breaths. And we move on with Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing. So right hand in Vishnu Mudra, folding in index finger and middle finger. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. Breathe in left, 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In right. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In left. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In right. 2, 3, 4 and hold. Continue at your own pace for another 4 minutes. And if this feels comfortable and easy to do, you can increase the duration of the hold to 16 counts. And complete your last round. And when you're ready, just return to easy breathing. And observe if you can detect any difference in your breathing, any difference in your mental state. We move on to the last pranayama, Brahmari, Bumblebee. So you can shake out your legs for a moment if you need, and you can also bring your feet in front of you to rest your elbows on the knees. So we'll do it 2 minutes, and I will clap once. When the 2 minutes are over, then you can just finish your round, and then you can lie down in Shavasana. So, Shanmukhi Mudra, close your ears with your thumbs, eyelids with your index finger, nostrils with your middle finger, bring your ring finger above and your pinky below your lips, closing the mouths of your senses. And then we start with the practice, breathing in with a snoring sound. And then lying down in Shavasana, keep your focus inward. then bring your feet together. Hands above the head and stretch. And relax. Rolling over your left side to come up into a standing position for Surya Namaskar. And we'll start again with easy, the adapted version. So feet can be wider apart, even shoulder width apart, toes pointing out to the side. Back of the neck long. Breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, raise your arms up, make yourself tall. Breathe out, forward fold with a straight spine, bending the knees. Breathe in, step your right knee back. Breathe out, step your left knee back onto all four position. Breathe in, look up, lift your tailbone up. Breathe out, draw your belly in, round your back. Breathe in, step your right foot to the front, outside of your hand. Breathe out, step your left foot forward, outside of your hand, knees can be bent, spine is long. Breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, rise your arms up, make yourself tall. Breathe out, bend your knees, forward fold, straight back. Breathe in, left knee back. Breathe out, right knee back. Press your hands, shoulder blades wide. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round like an angry cat. Breathe in, left foot steps to the front. Breathe out, right foot steps to the front. Breathe in, come all the way up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right knee back. Breathe out, left knee back. Make sure your hands are below your shoulders, fingertips spread out 3 times. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round, pull your belly button in. That's it, push through the hands. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, step your right foot to the front. Breathe out, left foot to the front. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, left knee back. Breathe out, right knee back. You can point the toes or curl them under, whatever you prefer. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round, push the hands. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Use your breath, massage your spine. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, left foot to the front. Breathe out, right foot to the front. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right knee. Breathe out, left knee. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Last time, breathe in, look up. And as you breathe out, pull your pelvis back towards child's pose, towards your heels. That's it. And we stay here for a few breaths. Now this is an active child's pose. It's not really actually a child's pose, but your hands are forward and you can keep your toes also curled under you. And you try to really stay active, pulling your hips back, reaching your hands forward. That's it. One more breath, reaching out. And then as you breathe in and out, push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. That's it. Think about lifting your sitting bones up. You can slightly keep your knees bent and push the ground away from you. If you want, you can walk your heels up and down a little. Good. And then on your next in-breath, step your right foot forward, outside of your hand. Breathe out, left foot forward. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold down. Breathe in, left knee back. Breathe out, right knee back. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, pull your hips back into child's pose, active child's pose. Press your hands into the ground, pull your hips back. You can keep your toes curled under. And breathe. See if you can really stretch out your spine. Now as you come up into downward facing dog, try to keep that elongation in your back, in your spine. So keep the hands where they are, push yourself up and back, and try to replicate the same feeling that you just had in your back. If you need, you can adjust your hands or feet a little. Try to keep the spine long, your sitting bones lifted. That's it, good Anke. Yes, good Thea, keep breathing. And then breathe in, step your left foot forward outside your hands. Breathe out, right foot forward. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, hands together. Okay, now one thing about Surya Namaskara that I always say is when you start your first round of Surya Namaskar, you should feel, or you should do it like you're 80 years old, 80. Yes? And then if you're lucky, by the end you feel like 18. A lot of times we do it the other way around. Yeah, we really want to move, and we go deep in the forward bend, deep in the back bend, and this is actually one of the main causes for injury in the lower back, especially. Yeah, because the body needs to be really warmed up first, and just because the outside temperature is warm or we feel like moving doesn't mean that our joints are warm, that our fascia is warm, that our muscles are warm. Yeah, and we need 10 to 20 minutes to be properly warmed up. And then only we are supposed to go to our full range of motion. Yeah, if we do it earlier, we are stressing the tissues unnecessarily. And in some cases, we can create injury. Yeah, now that's why I often like to start the Surya Namaskara with this, what we call the easy version. We also use this in pregnancy yoga, where we keep the feet wider apart, and when actually we fold forward, we really keep the knees bent and we try to keep the back long. Yeah, and we take our time to warm up. We don't all have to do this necessarily. Yes, if you are you have more mobility to start with, that's okay, but keep in mind that you might still want to, even you keep your feet together, in the first few rounds, keep your knees bent. Yes, just to protect your back. So, but I introduced this easier version because not only I think that some people shouldn't do the full version, but also because I think most of us shouldn't start with a really deep forward bend right away. Yeah, so just keep that in mind for your own practice. And yeah, we'll go to the classical version now. But feel free, if you still feel tired or you feel some stiffness or pain in the back. One of the worst things in my experience to do when you feel tension in the back is what feels good at that moment, which is to stretch out, bend forward. Yes? Because then we are actually pulling on those tissues more, on that fascia, which is already tight. Especially if you're not really warmed up. Okay, so if you feel a bit tired, you can continue with the same version, and otherwise join in for the full version. And even we do the full version, at any time you can keep your knees bent. Yeah, so you don't have to come into the full straight-legged forward bend if you don't feel up to it. Okay, so we do 2 more rounds. So either with the feet hip width apart or together, or more safe for the back, keep the feet wider. Breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up, pelvis little forward. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right leg back, knee on the mat, open the chest. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees, chest, forehead on the mat. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, right foot forward. Breathe out, left foot forwards. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, left foot back. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, knees, chest, forehead, keep your elbows in. That's it, breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, left foot to the front. Breathe out, right foot to the front. Breathe in, reach your arms up and gently back, not too far back. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, look diagonally up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right leg back. Hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees, chest, forehead. Breathe in, scoop up. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, right foot to the front. Breathe out, left foot to the front. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, left foot back. Knee on the mat, open the chest, hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, knees, chest, forehead. Breathe in, scoop. Breathe out, hips up. Breathe in, left foot. Breathe out, right foot. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, palms together. And relax, lying down in Shavasana. Observe your heartbeat. Observe your breathing. And then bring your feet together, hands above the head, stretch out, pointing your feet, make yourself as long as you can. And relax. Rolling over your right side to come up on your knees. Today we're going to do a steady dolphin. Yes, it's a variation, you can say, for headstand, as it includes a little bit the element of inversion. It's not a full inversion, but partial inversion. And you're also working on the muscles that you need, the awareness and the strength for a headstand. So just have a look. From child's pose, we will measure the hands, bringing the arms just above our head, holding on to the opposite upper arm. This is very important. We don't just touch the upper arm, but we really grab hold of our upper arm. This will give us the right measurement, having our elbows in line with the shoulder. Then from here, we bring the hands forward and we clasp them tightly. And then we curl the toes, we push the hips up, and we let the head hang down. And that is it. Yes. Doesn't look very difficult, but we'll hold it long enough. And two things important again. You saw my hips, my sitting bones, they're located here. I want them lifted up to the ceiling, not pointing back towards the wall. Yeah. So it's again trying to arch a bit in your lower back. This could mean that you need to bend your knees a little. That's okay. Yeah. Keep the knees a little bent. Try to lift the sitting bones up. Push the shoulders away from the ears and let your head hang down. Yeah, let's give it a try. So, from child's pose, arms above your head, holding on to your opposite elbow. That's it. Then bring your hands forward, clasp them tightly, and really clasp them together. Yes. Now push your elbows into the ground, curl your toes under, and then push your hips up and back. Yes, and stay here. Let your head hang towards the ground, shoulders away from the ears. Don't place the head on the floor. That's it. And we hold another 20 seconds. Keep breathing. If you feel your elbows are slipping out, you can try to squeeze your palms together a little more. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently release. Bring your knees down and slide back into child's pose. Good. Okay, we will do it one more time. So you're in child's pose. So from here you bring your forearms just above your head on the mat. Then you grab hold of the opposite upper arm, bring your hands forward, interlace them tightly and push yourself up into a steady dolphin. Good, you can let your head hang down. If your head lightly touches the ground, it's okay. You don't have to look forward, but try to keep all the weight on the elbows. So try to push the shoulders more away from the ears. Yes, elbows a bit closer together. Yes, and also elbows a bit closer. Good, and another 5, 4, push your elbows, 3, 2, 1, and release in child's pose. Nice. And relax. And then roll up vertebra by vertebra. And we move on to Ushtarasana, a counter pose. There are 3 stages. Yes, knees are hip or shoulder width apart. Then first stage is you bring your hands on your lower back, fingertips pointing down, elbows squeezed in towards each other. You push your pelvis forward a little bit and you look diagonally up. Yes, this is the first step. Now if it feels easy, next step, and what is important here to remember, for the next two steps you want to keep the pelvis over the knees. Yeah, so next step is you curl your toes under, you push your pelvis forward, grab hold of your heels and you drop your head. Yes, the last step is the same but with your feet pointed. Yeah, so if that with the heels lifted feels too easy, you can go for the feet pointed, but try to make sure that your pelvis stays in line. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your chest and keep pushing the pelvis forward. Yeah? So, think about which version you're going to do. The first version is the only version where we don't drop the head. Yeah, so if you have your hands on your lower back, then you just look straight ahead. You keep your neck elongated. With the other two, you can drop the head. Okay, so coming into the preparation and then move into the pose, we will hold it for 20 seconds. So whichever one you prefer to do, you can enter the pose now. And if you have questions, you can ask me, of course. Now, if it feels okay, you can really push with your hands down, draw your shoulder blades together and release your head, if it feels okay. And if not, you can keep holding your head. Very nice, Simona. If you feel okay to do so, you can also release your head, Simona. Yes, and keep pushing with your hands. Keep pushing your pelvis forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach from your chest to come back up. Good, and relax. You can lie down on your back and relax for a moment before moving on. Camel pose, Ustrasana. Very nice deep chest opener. Now we'll move on to Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Yeah, so very similar in a way to what we have been doing the previous days, but this time we walk our hands down towards the shoulder blade, trying to come straight. As an option, you can do the legs up or the easy Viparit Karani Mudra. Yeah, for some people, shoulder stand might not be the best pose. Yes, for example, back issues, it's counterindicated, high blood pressure, cardiac issues. So then you can do this one. So you still get the benefits of having the venous blood flow returning more easily towards the heart, the lymph, etc., but without putting any strain on your back or on your cardiac, on your heart, you can say. Yeah? And for the others, you can bring your hands to the back and walk your hands towards the shoulder blades. Sarvangasana. So when you're ready, bring your legs together and come into the pose. That's it, nice. Yes. Now once you're in the pose, make sure that the majority of the weight is resting on your shoulder girdle. Make sure that you don't feel the weight on your head or neck and that your throat feels soft and relaxed. So do not pull your chin to the chest, but keep your throat soft. Eyes closed, and take easy, relaxed breaths into the belly. We hold this pose for another 60 seconds. At any time that you feel strain in your lower back, strain in your neck, release the pose. Nice. Now to release the pose, drop your feet halfway behind your head. Bring your hands flat to the mat. Press your hands into the ground. Press them down and use them as a brake to slowly roll down. You can bend your knees a little and start to slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra. Nice. Now from here, straighten the legs out and we move into Matsyasana, fish pose. Bring your hands underneath your buttocks at a location where your elbows are slightly out of your body. Not too far out, but just a little. I should be able to see your elbows. You can bring your hands a bit more down, Simone. More down. Yes. Okay. Now from here, hands can be a little more further down and a bit further down. Yes. From here, look up towards your feet and bring your weight onto your elbows. That's it. Now bring your elbows in together as close as you can. And nice. Open the chest and gently release your head. And then slide yourself over your hands until the top of your head is on the mat. Now keep pushing your elbows into the ground and keep lifting your chest up. Your head is only lightly resting on the mat. The weight is on your elbows. It's a very active pose in your arms. Holding another 20 seconds. Now take a few deep breaths. Expand your lungs, expand your rib cage with every breath. To release the pose, you can slide your elbows out, or you can breathe in, reach up with your chest to look at your feet, and then release. Shavasana. Arms out by your side, palms facing up, and relax in Shavasana. And feet together, hands above your head and stretch. Make yourself as long as you can and now push your belly towards the ground, your lower back towards the ground. And relax again. Rolling over your right side to come up on your knees. Melting heart, Anahatasana. So, coming on all four. You can keep your knees hip width apart. Make sure to not keep them too wide. Now from here, keep your hips over the knees. Then bring your elbows down. And from here, stretch the arms and melt your chest to the mat. And if your chest is not resting on the floor, support your upper belly or your chest on a cushion. So keep a cushion handy or a blanket will also work. And we hold this pose for 90 seconds. You can bring yourself just a little bit more forward. Simone, yes, a little bit more. That's it. Good. Barbara, also a little forward with your upper body. Yes, that's it. Now breathe into the belly, but also into your chest. Try to create space Enjoy the stretch in your upper body, your upper back, your arms. If you feel any pinching or discomfort in your shoulders, you can keep your arms a little wider apart and bend the elbows. And work with your breath, using your breath to relax and release into the pose. So really a pose of surrender. And then you can gently release the pose. Take your time and push yourself back into Shashankasana, child's pose. Hips on your heels, arms by your side, forehead on the mat. And gently roll up vertebra by vertebra. And we sit on our right hip and stretch the left leg forward for Chanushirshasana. Now to make this pose more accessible, you can sit on the edge of a cushion. Yeah, so if you have a bit more tighter hamstrings, you find forward folds more difficult, then sitting on a cushion will help you, but make sure that you're on the edge. Yes, that's better, good. Now make sure that your right foot is at any position, doesn't matter so much where, as long as your pelvis is squared. Yeah. Now bring your arms up, make yourself long, and as you breathe out, fold forward with a straight back at first, and then only you can start to round your back and release. Stay for 1 minute. Let your elbows drop towards the mat. And breathe. You should feel a stretch in your glutes, in your left hamstring. You will also feel a stretch along your spine. Now try to relax completely, letting go of any unnecessary tension. Breathing into the belly, into the lower back. Good. And slowly you can press your hands against the floor to come back up. And we change the legs around. Right leg in front, left foot against the inner thigh. Maybe you have to pull your right hip back a little so your pelvis is squared. Now make sure you're high up on the sitting bones. Interlace your hands above you. Breathe in and out. Fold forward, straight back at first. Create a movement at the pelvis. And then you can round and release with your head. reach with your head towards your knee, towards your shin. And use your breath to create space, to release tension. And wherever you are, it is perfect. And then use your hands against the ground to slowly come up. We shake out the legs in front of us. And we move into Paschimottanasana. Yeah, so making again sure we're high up on the sitting bones. Bending the knees will help you accomplish that if hamstrings are tight. Yeah, very important. Folding forward while sitting on the tailbone is the worst you can do for your back. Yes? So make sure you're up on your sitting bones so you feel that there's a little arch in your lower back. Very little. It's not straight and it's not round. Slightly lifted. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold forward. Now if your knees are bent, you can either place them on a cushion or you can bring your elbows underneath your knees. Yeah. And then breathe out and release. And again, connect to your breath. And then slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. Swing your legs over to one side and lie down on your belly in Crocodile. Good, and relax. Crocodile pose. Big toes touching, heels dropping out to the side, arms either by your side or making a cushion for one of your cheeks. Now a good crocodile pose is a very relaxed crocodile pose. Yeah, they are one of the most lazy animals, and that's why they inspire also this pose. And what we want is we want to be able to really relax the whole body to the ground. So if you feel that your shoulders are not resting on the ground or your chest, then try out some different positions. Maybe you want to open your arms a bit wider apart, your hands, or maybe you want to keep your arms by your side, but try to make maximum contact with the mat. Nice. Now from here, Viparita Navasana. You bring the forehead to the mat We stretch the arms forward, palms facing down. Legs are hip width apart. And then as you breathe in, lift your upper body and your legs off the ground. Superwoman pose or reverse boat pose. That's it. Now don't only think about your legs, but also about your upper body. And hold another 10, 9, 8, rise higher, 7, yes, 6, 5, 4 and higher, 3, 2, 1 and release. Nice. Now in this pose now you can relax either in crocodile or in Sashtang Pranamasan, prone prostration pose. Palms together, forehead on the mat. And enjoy the calming sensation of your forehead pressing against the ground. Good. Moving on to Ekapada Dhanurasana. So we're gonna keep the left hand in front and we hold on with our right hand. We hold on to our right ankle or foot. Now there are two ways to do this pose. The little easier option is to keep your left foot and hand on the mat and push your foot lightly into the hand to lift up a little. Yes, and the other option is to lift your hands and feet all off the ground. Yes, so choose which one is better for you today. We'll hold it for 10 seconds each side. And breathe in and lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. And other side right away. Holding on to the left side. There is also an in-between option to just keep the foot or to just keep the hand. Yeah, so there are actually three options. Keep hand and foot, or either, or lift everything. So breathe in and come up. And hold for 10, 9, that's it, nice, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Ashtanga Pranamasan. Forehead on the mat. Hands, palms together, reaching forward. And relax completely. Having the forehead rest against the ground is really a trigger for our rest and digest nervous system to kick in, for our parasympathetic nervous system. It's also why sometimes when you feel stressed, for example, we rub our forehead, our eyes. And this is our way to try to calm our nervous system down. And in this pose we do this as well by just letting our forehead rest on the ground. Gather your strength. We're going to do Dhanurasana this time, so holding on to both of your ankles. So bring your hands back, bend your knees. Knees can be hip width apart or shoulder width for a little bit more space, you can say, mobility. So grabbing hold of your ankles, keep your elbows straight, forehead on the mat. Now as you rise up, try to bring the shoulders and knees to the same height. Breathe in and rise up. Kick your feet into your hands and rise up and hold 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing and smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Nice. Everything is easier with a smile, no? And now keep your hands next to the chest. Curl your toes, and remember, we are going to come out the yogic way. So lift your hips up and slide yourself back. Keep the nose glued to the mat. It's a very tasty mat. Okay, and slide all the way back, child's pose. You can keep your arms by your side and let your back round and relax. Good. Now from here we come up into a standing position in the most direct way. So you can curl your toes under you. Press your hands against the ground. Keep your knees bent, chest on the thighs, and then start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders and head come last. That's it. Take your time. And then you can open your feet shoulder width or even a little wider apart. We will do Trikonasana, classical triangle pose. Now this is a pose where we do a very small movement, but it's much more intense than you might think. Yes, so just have a look. What we do is we bring the hands up. Now here we really want to create opposition, so it's okay if our shoulders lift up. Now from here we think about keeping the pelvis square, pressing the right heel into the ground, and we lift up and out to the left, and only as far as that we don't collapse here or that we don't have to move the hip out. So it's a very small movement. It actually tries to move really the spine only only sideways. It's a lateral extension, you can say, or flexion. Yes? So let's try it together. We'll hold it only 20 seconds. That's long enough if you do it right. You keep reaching up and out. Yes? So bring your hands up. Make yourself really tall first, like you want to touch the ceiling. Keep your hands in line with the forehead, not over the head. That's it. Press your right heel into the mat. Keep your pelvis square and reach up and out to the left. It's a small movement. Now keep reaching out. Don't collapse. Keep up and out. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open lightly. And keep reaching. Very active. And come back center. And release your hands for a moment. Now an important other factor in this pose is the hands. Yes? Try to keep your palms together without making pistols and without letting either side open. Because when you open one side, you get a different, you can say, muscular action. Yes, it actually changes the alignment of your shoulder. Yeah, so try to keep the palms together, press them, don't let it open here or here, and also not taking the shortcut to do this. Yes, so let's try one more time, this time to the other side. Bring your hands up, really press them together, and then up and out to the other side while maintaining an opposition with the opposite heel. And imagine you are drawing a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Keep reaching out. Good, and come back center. And release. Now bring your feet together. We will do Parshva Uttanasana, twisted chair. So we will bend the knees, keeping the inner thighs and knees glued together. Our hands are in front of the chest. And then we're going to cross, and here we try to really keep the knees as they are, not let them go forward or back. And then we're going to cross the left elbow over the right knee, press the palms together, and then look up towards the ceiling. So squeeze the legs together, palms together in front of the chest, and then cross the left elbow over the right knee. Try to keep both knees next to each other. Press your palms and look along the elbow up to the ceiling. Good. Now breathe into the belly. And try to open your chest with every time you breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out, going a bit deeper in the twist. Good, and come back center, come back up basically, standing up again. Good, and we go to the other side. Breathing in and out and coming into the twist. That's it. Use your palms to press against each other. That will help you to open up more, to keep your shoulders also away from the ears. Good, and gently release and relax. Shake out your arms and legs for a moment. And we move on to the last pose for today, Ekpadasana, one-legged mountain. So we'll have the legs together, then we rest the right foot on top of the left, with the right heel resting against the left shin. You can try to activate your inner thighs a bit, it will help you to balance. Bring the hands up, you look up, and if you feel stable, you close the eyes. If you're not feeling stable, then you keep looking at the eye-shaped space between your palms. So don't look at the ceiling, that would be a little too easy, but look at the space between your palms. Or close your eyes. 30 seconds more. Keep your breathing gentle. Think about activating your inner thighs, it will help you be more stable. Squeezing your inner thighs together, pressing your foot down onto the other foot. Good, and release. And same to the other side. If balancing is challenging, you can also keep your toes on the mat and your heel against your ankle. And gently release and find your way into Shavasana for the final relaxation. Let your body sink into the ground. Feel the heaviness of your entire body, your feet, your calves, your thighs, your buttocks, your pelvis. Feel the heaviness of your belly, your rib cage, your arms, and your head. Let your body relax and sink into the floor. Feel the pull of gravity and surrender to it. The ground is holding your body. Surrender your body. Surrender your body. Surrender your mind to this moment of relaxation. Follow the auto-suggestion, step by step, repeating the instructions internally, and allowing yourself to drift off into a deep sleep. My feet are My belly is relaxed. shoulders. My neck, slowly bring your awareness back to your body. And gently take your time. Find your way back up into a seated position. Closing with Om Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti. Okay, thank you.